This video is going to be about rib fractures, rib bruising. Very difficult to tell the difference between. X-rays often don't show. You realistically need an MRI, which is you've got to pay for in Malta as a rule. Last week during a swim run event here in Gozo, I slipped 4 kilometres in as I was entering into one of the swim stages on some seaweed. I went down really hard on my back, really winded. I got up there, I carried on, I got another couple of kilometres swimming and running done before I just had to give up, and I DNF'd in the end. I didn't know what was up, I just thought it was because I'd hurt myself and I knocked the wind out of myself. That evening I was meant to go and do another 60 kilometre bike ride with a friend, and I couldn't. I was in so much pain. Rib bruising and rib fractures are beyond painful. I've been injured many times, but this is one of the worst things that's happened to me in a long time. Problem with rib fractures or rib bruising, you can't do anything, you can't move. Literally for the first 7 days of my injury, I didn't leave the house. I knew I couldn't leave the house because I had to relax, I had to rest, not move, lay down, sit in the chair, comfortable chair. Whichever position you can stay in, that's the position you need to be in. I was taking painkillers, but they weren't really touching the sides because the pain was terrible every time I moved or twisted my body in any way. So the point of this video is to show the recovery and show you will get through it, you will come out the other side. Day 3 of the rib fracture was the worst day for me. Day 3 and day 4, I literally just had to sleep. I couldn't move. I was just in bed. Every time I moved, the pain was terrible. I thought I'm never going to get over this. By day 7, I was feeling less pain. I'd taken less painkillers, and I felt I was coming out of it slightly. I might be able to start walking even. That was my biggest aspiration, to take the dog for a walk. On day 8, I woke up, I felt okay. I took the dog for a walk, 3-mile walk. It was very hard. I was out of breath, I was sweating. Okay, it's hot, it's summer, but my body was telling me just go home, just relax, which I did. I went home and I rested for the whole rest of that day. Day 9, it was better again. I got up, I had well, I'll show you, I'll overlay the video on top of this to show you what I did that day. Basically I had a walk with some elevation, I had a short swim, I went to the gym, and I felt okay. I just kept it to a level where there was no pain at all. You'll see that. Day 10, today, I did pretty much the same but longer. I had a 4-mile trail walk with the dog, lots of elevation, maybe 200 metres. Then I came back, 20-minute swim but a bit faster. Previously I've been having to do breaststroke and the crawl. Now I just went straight for the crawl, slowly, freestyle, whatever you want to call it. And 20 minutes, not too fast, and I felt okay. I could feel it pulling, but it was okay. Then I went to the gym again, same, 1 hour on the static bike. And today I was not far off what I know. I can normally do about 40 kilometres in the hour on the static bike. I was down to 36. So it wasn't a major difference. And that was it wasn't because I was in pain. I was just going a bit slow just to be careful. And I moved up to some weights today. Just putting a little bit more weight on each time. I did a bit of extra weight at the gym today. I could do everything. Bench press was a little bit pulling on it, and if I was doing anything where I was pushing overhead, I had to really low on the weights because obviously this position's hard to get into when you fracture the rib anywhere. For me, it's on the back. My own experience, the best way to get over an injury is to come back as soon as you possibly can and start training again and get yourself back to the level you were. Even if you've been out 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 2 months. I've been there, I've been in hospital, I've lost months of training. I come back, I train hard again, and you've got to get back there. It takes you a few months to get back. And I've gone on to do much bigger things than I did before I was injured, before I was out, than I even thought were possible beforehand. It sort of resets the body. And don't forget, you're getting over that injury, but also your body's resting the whole time you're out. So all the little injuries, the muscle injuries, the tears, the problems that we all have, the niggles as sports people, people who exert ourselves a lot, that all heals up as well. So you'll find when you come back, you're able to do things you weren't able to do because you haven't got all those little pains, little bothersome issues anymore.